I'd say that was grace personified.
Joe-san, good morning. Welcome to Joint Dynamics. For today's version, morning Silver. For today's version of the morning movement medicine session, we're dubbing this the return of the medicine for movement. We're on lockdown again here in Hong Kong as a result of the coronavirus. So, as with last time, we did 6 weeks of 6 days a week with the morning movement medicine session. This time we'll just see what happens, how long it goes for. So this session is a health practice. It's designed to bring health to your joints and your soft tissues. So there's the relationship with your joints and their ability to be able to share forces or share motion, distribute motion throughout the body. And then the health of the soft tissues, the muscles and the connective tissue, and their relationship with them. No one more important than the other. They're really good mates. You could also throw in the nervous system on there, and we'll bring in coordination exercises as part of this. So we'll do joint health, mobility, some strength, certainly some coordination, and I know you want to hear it, some quote-unquote core exercises, because that's what my industry seems to love a lot. So let's start with our spine, the engine. So I'm going to spin sideways. We did this yesterday. If it's the first time you're joining, don't worry about yesterday. We'll start with the spinal wave, but we'll just add a little progression to it. So we drop our belly down. That's what we call spine extension. We roll our pelvis and our spine into what we call spinal flexion. Let's do 5 of those. Drop down, breathe in, lift up, breathe out. Drop down, breathe in, roll your pelvis, roll your spine, push away from the floor, breathe out. 2 more. I'm going to face you guys so you can see what we do next. Breathe in, push away from the floor, breathe out. 1 to go, team. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's bring some lateral flexion to the spine. So don't let your feet move. See my legs, don't let them move. There, take your left hand to touch your right hand, and your right hand around the corner. So now we have, our spine was like this. Now it's laterally flexed to the right. Mine, maybe about 15 centimeters. So we've gapped this side of the spinal vertebrae and we've closed the gap on this side. Now let's go through that forward flexion and extension movement again with that lateral flexion. So we just get a different reaction of the spine. Link it to the breath again. If, just say I've gone 15 centimeters and you've joined me, you've also gone 15 centimeters, and you feel that's uncomfortable, then just go 10 centimeters. There will be a threshold that your body has. And we don't want to go on the pain side of that threshold, we want to go on just the comfortable side. 1 more time here. Bring your right hand back to your left hand. Left hand under the shoulder, let's laterally flex to the left now. My right hand touches my left. Left hand goes around the corner. Notice my lower body didn't change. Breathe in. Breathe out. Really arch your back, lift up, and then drop down. Actually, that feels really good for me. That position between my ribs and my hips on the back on my right side is a little bit tight. Let's use the word gammy. A little bit gammy. I think that's an English word. And this feels really nice for that area of my spine. Breathe out. 1 more time, team. Breathe in. Breathe out. As a lot of this is a floor practice, it's a good idea for us to look after our wrists. So each morning we'll do some stuff for our wrists. Yesterday we put our wrists with our knuckles on the ground. Today we're actually going to do it so we put our palms on the ground so we get some length in these muscles that flex the wrists. All this stuff is really great if you work on computers. It's a massive chance you do because the world does do a lot of work on computers. So I've got my palm on the ground and my fingers are facing my knees. For me, that's already quite a stretch. So I'm just going to lean back to my threshold. You go to your threshold. I'm just going to slide slowly to your right, which just changes that line of stretch or that line of pull. Or even we could call that a line of force, a vector. Slide to your left. Slowly slide to your right. No jerky movements here, please, guys. Let's say for me, that's at my end range. When we're at end range, let's just play it safe, especially because we've just started. One more time like that. We're going to the left. Let's change this and bring it more into the finger flexors. So we're going to lift the heel of the hand off the ground. Keeping the elbows straight. Slide slowly to the right. So now actually I feel the most stretch on my right pointer finger. Slowly slide all the way over. Now I'm here, I feel most stretch on my left pointer finger. I'm assuming that you're feeling the same. Stretch your thumb over to the right. Over to the left one more time. Those voices you can hear, thankfully, our physical therapists and our osteopath and our massage therapists, they're deemed essential services. So our physios are still working. So essential services, if you've got bad back pain, you want to be able to see a physio, that might make your coronavirus lockdown even worse. So you can come and see a physio here at Joint Dynamics. 3, 2, 1. Let's give ourselves a thumb hug. So there's my thumb, I tuck it in, give it a hug with my fingers. 10 circles. There's the clicks from my right wrist. It's like a rep counter for me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get some rotation in the shoulders now, almost like we're going joint by joint. Arms out to the side at 90 degrees. Right arm rotates down and in. Let's call that internal rotation of that shoulder. The left arm does the opposite, up and out. Ready? So I want you to look to the up hand, the left hand, rotate all the way across to your right. That's 1. 2. So you're looking to the palm, it's facing the ceiling. When that palm is facing the ceiling, the other palm is facing down. I think that's 5 of 10. 6, 7, 8, keep your spine long. 9, 10. Stop there, looking at the left hand. Don't change your hands, change your eyes. Look to the right hand, the internally rotated shoulder. Switch again. 1, 2, 3. Really get as much motion around those shoulders as you can. Yesterday, if you joined us, we spoke about the orange juice analogy. You've got half an orange and you're using it on that juicing machine. Imagine that's what we're doing with the shoulders. Ready? And stop. Now, keep your eyes there and I want you to rotate 90 degrees. Check what I've done. So your right hand is at 12, left hand back here is at 6. Look to your left hand. Ready? Switch your eyes. Switch your hands. Now I'm looking to you, you're looking to me. And now look away from me. We'll do 5. 1, 2. It's a totally different reaction for me, especially through my abdominals on the left side. 4, 5. Stop there, leave your hands the same. Now check out the front hand with the palm facing up. Let's do 5 more. 1, then we'll rotate the other way. 2. My left shoulder's starting to feel some fatigue as well. 3, 4. Stop there, let's go 180 degrees. Now the left hand faces to 12 o'clock, right hand to 6. We look to the right hand, rotate the shoulders again. 1, and the eyes. 2, we're nearly there with this one. 3. That's harder work for my right shoulder than it is my left in this position. And stop, switch under the eyes. Now we're looking to the left hand. Last 5, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, living the dream, shake it out. Let's create the golfer's grip. So we've got our knuckles that we might throw a couple at the heavy bag. We're going to leave that joint in extension, but the first 2 knuckles here, see that? Like that, that's the golfer's grip. So this part is straight. So we're going to create the golfer's grip. We're going to place that on the temple, almost like a hinge. So from here, also yesterday we spoke about, if you can get your hips to your heels, amazing. If you can't get your hips to heels, you can get to here, and maybe you have to flex a little bit like this, that's fine, but just don't let your spine collapse. So go to your range. Maybe you've had some knee issues in the past, and you don't have the range of motion around the knees, totally fine. Go to your threshold. Here. In this position, team, I want you to touch your elbows together, and now I want you to breathe in and open up like you're trying to touch your elbows behind you. It's not going to happen unless you're some type of freak. Touch. Morning, Robbo. How are you today?
All good.
On Robbo's business card, can I tell him, Robbo?
Yeah, be my guest.
So he's a physical therapist here at Joint Dynamics, but he's also a beard coach. He's got a fantastic beard and he offers good advice on bearding. He's also been referred to as a demigod, the work he does, especially on shoulders. And yesterday he tied some pretty good knots. So we wanted to add that he's also a knot coach. I'm not sure what we call that.
Not master.
Not master. There we go. Ready? Breathe in. Breathe out. Touch your elbows together. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to link that to some hip mobility exercises now. Ready? Breathe in. When you breathe out, elbows together. When you breathe in, step your right leg forward. Hello, back here again. Now we get some length in the front of the hip. I'm pushing my right knee forward, and if you can see what that's doing to my hip, it's facilitating what we call hip extension or a stretch in the front of my, fix my shorts, left hip. Here I'm going to breathe in. I'm not trying to arch my back, I'm trying to be really tall as I breathe in. Check out this, step back, breathe out, hips to heels, or go as far back towards that motion as you can. Breathe in, hello world, look at this opening up, breathe in, be really tall. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 10's a great number, isn't it? Oi, good balance stuff as well. Breathe in. Breathe out. 4 of 10, guys. Link it to the breath, but be really tall here. Don't think it's gap the ribs. Keep the ribs down, but lengthen as you breathe in. So don't get any stress in your lower back. Breathe in. Breathe out. 4 to go. Breathe in. Really try hard to touch those elbows behind your head. There. Really trying out those muscles on the back of my shoulders are contracting to sort of stretch these muscles on the front of my shoulders. It's pretty cool. Breathe in. And that's a nice stretch for the front of my left hip. It really needs it. Breathe out. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. One time, arms overhead. We're going to do the whole enchilada, which under my understanding is a Mexican sandwich. So with a lot of things in it, obviously. Reach over to the right. Keep the right knee pushing forward to keep that stretch in the front of the left hip. Reach over to your left. Now let's get some combination movement through the spine. So we have lateral flexion to the right. Take your right hand, reach across your center line and up to get rotation to the left. Oh, that's awesome, isn't it? Keep that left hand there, guys. Keep your right knee pushing forward. Take that right hand, rotate all the way back. So now we have lateral flexion to the right and rotation to the right. And that is the money shot for me as far as the stretch in the front of my left hip. Come all the way over. I hope money shot's not an inappropriate thing to say. I'm not sure actually. Eradicate that in the editing. Reach all the way across to the left hand, consistently pushing over and consistently pushing the right knee forward. Rotate all the way back, and then come all the way back. Hold that. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back down. Woo. Hips to heels or your range. And now we do the other side. Let's go to the front of the right hip. Arms up. Keep lengthening up. We're going to go lateral flexion purely first. So lateral flexion to the left. Wow, that's nice up through there, isn't it? Lateral flexion to the right. Now let's bring in some combination movement. So we're going to laterally flex to the left. Reach that right hand over, which is just a really nice way to lengthen. Now rotate, lateral flexion to the left. Rotation to the right. That's awesome. Keep that right hand reaching over. Keep the left knee pushing forward, this one. And now rotate all the way back. Whoa, how good's that? And then let's switch arms and do it all again. All the way over. Rotate across. So my right hand is reaching just above the height of the shoulder there. It just encourages the extension of the spine. Now keep the left hand reaching over. Rotate all the way back. Your left knee's pushing forward. The right hand's reaching back to get to that right heel. Hello. Nothing wrong with that, is there? All right. Let's do the bird dog exercise. Stuart McGill, he's done a lot of study on the human spine. He calls this exercise the bird dog, so I'm going with what Stuart says. But notice, here's the exercise. I'm going to lift my right hand. I'm going to go this way, you can see my foot. I'm going to lift my left leg. So right hand up, left hand up. It means I'm sort of stabilizing rotation. And if you count, I have 3 contact points. My left hand my right knee and my right foot. That's 3 contact points. As a way to progress this exercise, which I'm going to offer you today, I'm going to offer it up for you to try. We're going to lift the right foot off the ground, so we're going to have 2 contact points, okay? I'm going to face you. We're going to set our spine. Guys, this is excessive extension, this is excessive flexion. We're going to go in what we call neutral. There, sort of like a flat back. So go into a flat back position. I'm sort of going to turn slightly on an angle. First, I want you to take your right elbow, touch it to the left knee. And only on this first one, we've got those 3 contact points we just spoke about. My left hand's on the ground, right knee, right foot, 12 seconds. Try to be as still as possible. So there's no movement in the body, hopefully, and trying to not be. But that doesn't mean you're not stabilizing rotation or side-to-side motions or the weight against gravity. 3, 2, 1. Take your elbow or your hand if you can't get your elbow to your knee. Touch your knee. Let's go crazy. Fix your spot on the ground with your eyes. Float that right foot off the ground, which just adds another level of instability. Actually, it's fine for you to wobble about a little bit. It's totally fine. Imagine you're a baby learning to walk. You don't have to get it perfect first time, but the challenge is to try to work it out. Well, how do I control through my tummy? How do I control through my left hand? What do I do with my left leg? So my challenge for you is to work it out for 3 seconds more. 2, 1. Foot on the ground. Elbow to knee. That's 2 of 6, guys. Set the position first. Float the right foot up. Try to work it out. It's okay to fall even. Just try to work it out. For another 5, 3, 2, 1. A little bit wobbly there. That's 3. If it's well beyond your capacity, stay with 3 contact points. Tomorrow we'll try. Lift the right leg off the ground, hang out. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 2, 1. Foot on the ground, elbow to knee. Whooshka. Lift, set the position, float the foot in that sequence. 12 seconds. My eyes are fixed on one spot, which just sort of helps with my balance. If I was really crazy and adventurous, I would close my eyes on the next rep, which is the last rep, which would make it even harder. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Last one. I'm feeling a bit of fatigue already. Went for a big swim yesterday. Ready? Hold that. Float the right foot up. Guys, if you want to try something crazy, close your eyes. I got it. My eyes are a little bit wobbly. My eyes are closed for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was fun, eh? All right, leave the eyes open. Leave the 3 contact points, but really solid. Lift away from the floor for 12, 11, 10, 5, 4, 3, top of the morning, Rav, 2, 1. Come back to the starting position. Place your right hand on the ground. Take your left hand, rotate through, follow your thumb. Follow your thumb all the way around to the left. Follow your thumb all the way around to the right. It's giving our left hand and our left wrist a rest, but we're also mobilizing the thoracic spine. At the top, stop here. Left hand faces the ceiling or the sky for outside. Wouldn't that be lovely? Your eyes now look to your hand on the ground. So we go in opposite directions with the eyes in hand. Reach your left hand through to the right, look to the left. In this position, check out there, as if we're loading for a golf swing. If you play golf, this is a really good position to get your spine used to being in. Reach through. This part of the spine that we're really focusing on, well, this is the cervical spine when we do this side. But when we do this big rotation, that's the thoracic spine. That's the part of the spine that keeps our posture up so we can breathe properly. Top of the morning, Eddie and I swam to this island at Sheko yesterday. We swam to the island, and then Eddie and I climbed the island with his mates, and we named the island because we swam to it, we climbed it. Didn't quite circumnavigate, but we named the island Siwa Island, off the coast of Sheko. A lovely swim it was. 3 times. Eddie's going to an Ironman marathon. If you are interested in physical therapy for endurance athletes, then come and see Eddie, I tell you. Look down, your hands up. As you reach through, look to your right. As you rotate around, look down. 1 of 3. The thoracic part of your spine is critical for how you breathe. If you're slouched, then that's going to affect your breathing muscle, the diaphragm's ability to be able to move up and down, which creates negative pressure in here and draws in oxygen, for example. All right, let's go. Ready? Right hand on the ground. I'm going to spin this way a little bit. We're going to take the elbow to the ground, and then we're going to lift the left hand and the right leg, and we're going to hold that for 12 seconds with 3 contact points. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 5. I'm going to rotate my wrist. 3, 2, 1. Righto, let's go to 2 contact points if you're with me. Ready? Oh, a bit of branding there. Intelligent movement on the back of my shirt. Hold that. Left foot off the ground. We've got 12 seconds hanging out here. Remember, it's great to be wobbly. Imagine you're trying to work it out. It's good to challenge yourself that way. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot on the ground, elbow to knee. That's our second of 6 reps. Set the position, fix the eyes, float the left foot for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6, 3, 2, 1. The sequence is foot on the ground, elbow or hand if you don't have that range at the moment. Set the position, eyes, float the foot again. This is our 4th, which means the next rep is the rep where we close our eyes.
I do not trust you.
You want to try that? Wee, a bit wobbly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot on the ground, elbow to knee. Let's go crazy, team. Eyes open for a second. Float the foot. Close your eyes. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Why, see what's going on with my hand and wrist. Same reflex muscle corrections are happening at my spine. 3, 2, 1. Foot on the ground. Nice job. Last one. 3 contact points. Lift your body higher away from the ground. 12 seconds. 10, 9, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, team. Let's grab ourselves our fingers and just roll the wrist 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and the other way, which I sort of struggle with. But it's good to struggle. It challenges your nervous system, your brain, to expand, to learn new movements. Good morning, mate. How are you? All right, stand up, shake it out. Let's do some lunges. So, feet are parallel, and we're going to keep them parallel for this set. So I want you to lunge forward with your right leg. We're lunging toward each other. G'day. And I want you to round. So look, if you watch my shoulders, if I do that position, my shoulders are open. That's going to be at the back. Here we're going to round down, so we get length through that, think the hamstring, the posterior hip, into the spine, and into the shoulders. There. Then I want you to lunge back. Feet are still parallel, my back heel is off the ground. And open up there and lean back. So notice, vertical, that's with gravity. If I lean back, the gift of gravity is that if I keep my ribs down, I'm going to have to increase the tension in my tummy, which is the mechanism how I can protect my lower back. So if I've got adequate range of motion in front of my hip, tick the box, I'm feeling well, I'm going to be okay, or the likelihood's increased. And if I have adequate strength to be able to protect my spine in that position, then I can also increase the likelihood of not hurting my back. So that's why we're going here. But you don't want to feel stress in your lower back. So ready? We're going to go for exposure to bring immunity. Lean back, open up the shoulders. There. No discomfort in your lower back. If you do have, don't lean so far back. I'm going to lean way back because, wow, that's really nice for my tummy muscles. The abdominal wall. That's what we call it sometimes. Round in. Round out. Now, when you go forward, if you can touch the ground with your pointing fingers, let's do it. Touch the ground. Round the thumbs back. There we go. We're not going to touch the ground at the back, that's for sure. 2 more. Lean back. Nice work. Really, when you're at the back, I consciously want you to contract the tummy muscles, bring the ribs down, and lean back. Shoulders are pretty soft. Tummy muscles are really tight. Last one. There we go. Switch left leg forward, round in. Let's go straight to the ground. round out, lean back. All right, a little bit of difference between my left hip and my right hip. So I might take this one a little bit easier. Oi, did you see that? Didn't work out for me on that rep. Lean back, ribs. My intent is to keep my ribs down. That's also why I tuck my chin, to activate that flexor chain there. Low, lean back. 3 to go, guys. Strong tummy muscles here. Really work your tummy muscles to help protect your lower back. It's part of their function, which is really cool. Lean back. Last one, guys. Remember, at this point, your left heel is off the ground. Lean back, shoulders open up, and tummy muscles are really, there's a lot of tension there. And come back. Let's bring in some rotation. Going back to lunging forwards and backwards with the right leg. There's the lunge. Watch my left heel. The heel comes with me, so my heel's off the ground. Now, it's a forward and backward motion through the lower body. It's going to be a rotation motion through the upper body. See my left hand's down. Let's call where you are, where you're facing me, that's 12 o'clock. When I lunge back, my right hand's going to be at 12 o'clock. Lunge forward, we go knee height. Left hand goes head height at the back. When you come forward, nice. Good job, team. 3 of 7. Lunge forward, rotate. You can see this is also a bit of a balance challenge as well. 4, balance is the foundation movement. We certainly want to have good balance capacity. And hopefully this is helping you to enhance your balance. It is me. 1 to go. And then we're going to stop. Hold there. Keep your legs the same. Or legs, switch the arms. So now rotate to the right. Feet stay parallel. Check it out. My feet are still parallel. Rotate inside the knee. Step back, feet are parallel at the back. Rotate back. 1. Come in. Come back out. Control your lower body, guys. And rotate the upper body. 3. A good sized lunge. So you get that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 seconds of swing time. 1, 2, 3. Which is really making this a great balance exercise as well, because the upper body's throwing force around that we have to control with the lower body. And of course through the abdominals. Are you counting? Let's do 2 more. 1 more, best one. Control, feet are parallel. Rotate in. Wow, check out that beautiful lengthening. The hips controlling what's going on the knee and the ankle. And come all the way back. Lengthen out the abdominals there. Happy days. Well, I feel like I can throw a ball from there. It's the way that muscles work. We lengthen out to store energy, control that, capture that force, and then unload it. Left leg. Rotate across with the right hand. Step back, feet are parallel. Drop that left knee. Come in. Wow, here we go. 2. 3. Again, that great lengthening through the abdominals, but now we've got that twisting motion. So there's a great line of stretch, or line of force, in front of my left hip across to my right shoulder. Adam Reeson, clinical director, just walked past.
And Nick Bruce, don't forget him.
Oh, top of the morning to everyone here. It's a nice community here, come on in sometime. Not ideal, not ideal time now, unless you need to see a physio. 2 more. 1 more, then you know what we do, we switch the upper body. Stop there. Leave your feet the same. Rotate your upper body to the left. Totally different reaction. Come on, Jeff. Come forward, rotate in. You could have walked across, it's fine. That's 2. Jeff's running the cardiac, well, among other things, he's an exercise physiologist. He's running the cardiac rehab program for one of our clients here at the moment, which is really fun. Or necessary as well, but it's funny, the dude he's doing, it's a great bloke. Coming all the way back. That's 4. Feet are parallel is the important part. My right foot, even though the heel's off the ground, is facing you, that way. My left foot is planted. Now watch this, the upper body drives this motion through the ankle and the knee, but my hips control that. So my knee doesn't go, whoa, whoa. My hip controls that. Come all the way back. You know, I squatted yesterday after we did this, and I'm actually starting to feel a bit of fatigue in my legs. Whoa, 2 to go. That was some load. I needed that. Yeah, with you. Hey, Revin, top of the morning. 1 to go. And living the dream. Shake it out a little bit. We're going to go back down onto our hands and knees. We're going to do 1 more of these. But this time, go to that neutral position. I'm going to face this way. Your knees stay on your hips, so your knees don't come off the ground. Your foot will come off the ground. Imagine you've got chewing gum on your shoe. So I'm in neutral. I take my right foot, I rotate out through the hip like a dog wagging its tail, and I look over my right shoulder at the bottom of my shoe. Now I take that foot on the outside of my left hip, my eyes go around, look over my left shoulder. I'm going to come to 12 and 6, ready? Lower body doesn't move except that right hip rotates in. There's my shoe. Look over your right shoulder at the bottom of your shoe. Look over your left shoulder at the bottom of your shoe. Call this look for chewing gum. It's a lovely mobilizer for the spine. And also a muscle sort of called the QL, the quadratus lumborum, that guy. We get it to lengthen and shorten. Also plays a role in stabilising the spine in this sort of motion, so it's nice just to gift it the motion it needs to be healthy. And the spine. One more time. And switch. This is nice for my neck as well. I get stress in my neck, so this is really good for my neck as well. Left foot. There it is over my left shoulder. So I internally rotated my left hip to facilitate that motion. My eyes go around. I look over my left shoulder. Come all the way back, look over the right shoulder. 1. Isn't whistling an effective way to communicate? That's 2. All the way over the left shoulder, all the way over the right shoulder. Left, slowly come around, crane your neck around, look over your right shoulder at the bottom of that left shoe. Same shoe, left shoulder. Do 2 more, guys. And 1 more. Living the dream. That's what we're doing. Come on up. Okay. So now we're going to step side to side. So first we step forwards and backwards. Let's call that the sagittal plane. Is that okay with you? Sagittal plane. And our feet maintain being parallel. Now we're going to step side to side, which we'll call the frontal plane. I'm going to step back so I can just stay in camera. Check this out. My right foot's going to step out to the side. My weight, my hips, is going to sit back. And for these first 3, I'm just going to reach out in front here. Now I'm going to step that right leg all the way over. Boom, in front. I came in front. Hips push forward. Hello. We just sort of lengthen that out on the ground with a look for chewing gum. Now we're going to stand up and sort of do something similar, which is a pretty good idea. And that feels lovely, doesn't it? Hips pushing forward. Here, hips push back. Spot on. A little bit of sweat coming down my brow. Nice. That's 2. Hang out here. Like the left hand, the function of the left hand is to reach, try to touch the ceiling. See that nice arc that I've created with my body? And now your hips sit back. Hands can sort of just counterbalance that. Step. Actually, we'll keep this on the same on this side. I was going to progress it, but today let's just stay here. Mate, that's nice, isn't it? Sit all the way back, reach in front, step in front. Reach over. Oh, that left hip. Remember my gammy? Is gammy a word from the UK? Gammy hip.
Yeah, we would say that.
For some reasons, Australians have adopted a gammy hip. My left hip's a little bit gammy, but it's becoming less gammy every time I do this movement. Far out, that's nice. Sit back. Now push the hip forward. And just give your body about 3 to 5 seconds to allow all that tissue, remember tissue, muscle, skin, connective tissue to lengthen out and enjoy that. Like, mate, that's medicine for me, seriously. Sit your weight back, reach the hands in front. So that's loading my posterior hips. So there's a strength element to this. Push off that right leg, step in front. I've got enough space. I've got like this much space. There's my heel. Actually, my toes line up with my heel. Hip pushes forward.
reach up and over. I'm just trying to elongate my spine. There's that QL on the left side. There's all that through there. One more time. Sit back with the hips. Last one here, then we switch legs, guys. 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. If you want to, throw some out because I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully you are as well, which is the function of the morning movement medicine. Feet are parallel. Step to your left. Where does your weight go? It goes back into the most powerful muscle in the body, the muscles on the back of the hip, which is the most powerful joint, I would say. Here. Step your left foot in front, like this. There. Push the hip forward, which is the opposite. There we push it back. Here we push it forward. And reach that right hand up and over. Mate, there it is. Sit back. There. 3, 2, 1. We're going to spend a little bit more time on this side because this one for me is therapy. It really is. 3, 2, 1. Sit back. Reach forward. It's almost like my hands counterbalance so I can sit my hips further back. Push off this left leg. Boom! There we go. Step in front. Reach that right hand over. Oh, that's so nice. 3, 2, 1. Let's do 4 more. Sit back. Hips forward. Lengthen. First lengthen up, then lengthen over. The whole time I'm pushing my right hip forward. Sit your hips back. That's flexion of the hip. Here we come into right hip extension. Adduction. Mate, that's so nice. 3, 2, 1. 3 to go. Hips back. Hips forward. Checking the clock. I've got a rehab session at 9:30, so we've got about 5 more minutes, team. Hips back. Hips forward. What's that? The last one we said there a bit longer. I'm being purely selfish, but I have a feeling it's selfish benevolence because if you're with me here, it's really nice. Hold there. Check my left knee. My left knee pushes forward. Right foot stays on the ground. I'm balanced, even because see my feet are stepped over. Reach to the ceiling. I even feel how my skin stretches out, which is part of the feedback system to the nervous system to say, lengthen some stuff out, we're safe. Reach over here. There go the ribs. We've prepared the spine with lateral flexion and we look for chewy, so we're all good. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. From here, I want you to stand only on your left leg. You ready? Reach your right leg back away from me, the screen. Reach your right hand towards me. So we're doing a single leg deadlift. We're going to hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your right knee up higher than the hip like we're freeze frame sprinting. Do 8 of these for this exercise to finish the day. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. See that little bit of a wobbly left knee? So that is encouraging. I can't control it. It's reflexive. Reflexive muscle corrections. I'm going to fall. Whoa, the muscle saved me. Oh, I'm going to fall. The muscle saved me. Which is function. That's what happens when we walk. Whoa, I just did it again. Whee! Oh, dang it! That's good though. It's obviously challenging for me. Hope it is for you as well. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee up. 4. Got that residual fatigue from yesterday's squatting after we did this session together yesterday. Now my glutes are starting to feel fatigued. Managing my load management today. Maybe I don't need too much more working out today. 3 more, guys. Hold there for 3, 2, 1. Bring your right knee higher than the hip. Super tall. 2 to go. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Push that left foot through the floor. Sprinting posture. Last one. Hang out. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Let's go on the right side. Woo! Yeah, and my left glute. Hello. The big house, we call that. All right. Left foot reaches back. Left hand reaches forward. And you can see the hand is actually talking to my spine to rotate it to the right. That's brilliant. Hold that. 3, 2, 1. Push your right foot through the floor. Bring the left knee higher than the hip. Be super tall. 1 of 8. You know, in Hong Kong, this part of the world, 8 is a very lucky number. It's actually a beautiful number, isn't it? Tipping on its side, it's infinity, so maybe that's got something to do with it. It's continuous flowing, which actually is a great way to move, that flowing movement, isn't it? That's 3. Hips back or foot back, hand forward. Yeah. 4. We got 3 seconds in the balanced position. Hang out. 3, 2, 1. Bring the knee up. Woo. Push your left foot back. Whoop. Good reflex correction, Andrew. 3, 2, 1. Come up. On this side, it's my right calf that's feeling fatigue. 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee up. Last one of the day, team. Best one. Fix the spot on the ground with your eyes. That's going to help me balance. 3, 2, 1. Boom! I power through. Or you don't have to. Shake it out. You know, a great thing to do after a workout is to eat some great food. But to eat some great food, we don't want to be stressed out, because when you're stressed, that mitigates the body's ability to digest food, nutrients. So we're going to go from that workout was sort of physically stressful, which is great. It's a hormetic stress. Now we want to switch to recovery or relaxation. So sit in a comfortable position. You can sit on the couch, which is just behind you. Lay on the ground. I'm going to breathe only through our nose. I'm going to come forward. Robbo's giving a session, so I'll come a little closer. I'm going to breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 6, only through our nose. When you breathe out longer than what you breathe in for, that will take the body from fight or flight to rest, digest, regenerate. From sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic, which is what we want now. So first, wherever you are, relax your shoulders, relax your forehead. There. 3 seconds, we're going to breathe out. Breathe only through our nose. In for 4. Breathe out for 6. 90 seconds, we're done for the day. 3, 2, 1. Now we breathe only through our nose. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 6. Close your eyes, guys. Breathe in slowly for 4 seconds. Breathe out silently for 6 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. It's cool that it's noise. Don't worry about the noise. Just stay with your breath. Breathe in for 4. That's life. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to join you now. I'm going to be quiet. We've got 5 rounds. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out for 6.
You have to persevere.
In for 4. Out for 6.
It's not, mate. It's not. It's just, yeah, it is. That's the word. It's just hard work. A student in the corner, you know, and say, I guess everybody started something.
Well, that's a nice place to go to, isn't it? Thanks for joining me here at Joint Dynamics in Hong Kong. Drop in sometime if you'd like to. Not at the moment. Hope you guys have a great day. Let's have one little exercise that we carry over from today's session, and let's do that, the breathing exercise. We breathe through our nose, breathe into our belly, we extended the exhalation. That facilitates rest, digest, regenerate. That movement away from stress, that's a skill as well. To control stress is also a skill. Movement is a skill. You guys did so well today. Boom, Corona handshake, that one. But now let's also focus on the skill of breathing. Breathing in your belly, breathing out. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope to see you on Monday, 8:38 a.m. Hong Kong time for Return of the Med-Eye, the morning movement medicine session. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.